This is a Common Craft video made by Lee Lefevre. Thank you. The McCulloch versus Maryland case, a verdict that changed America's course forever. The conflict of this case was the first to question the power of the federal government. It all started back when the War of 1812 had come to an end, and the U.S. was left in debt, a lot of debt. Because of this, Congress founded the Second Bank of the United States of America in 1816. They hoped that this action plan would restore the nation. In the beginning, the states were happy with the bank because the first one was a success. As the states sensed a financial crisis coming their way, which is later known as the Panic of 1819, they began to dislike the bank and were also angered by the fact that they had less power compared to the federal government. So Maryland placed a tax on the Baltimore branch of the National Bank, hoping that this idea would push it out of the state. However, James Williams McCulloch, the head cashier of this branch, refused to pay the tax because he claimed that it was unconstitutional. As a result, Maryland sued McCulloch, making it the start of the McCulloch versus Maryland case. The case first started out in the Maryland State Court, and Maryland obviously won. Not satisfied with the verdict, McCulloch appealed, and this case was taken to the next level, the Supreme Court. Here, Maryland questioned the power of the federal government, stating that the government had no constitutional power to charter banks, making the Second Bank of America unlawful. In addition, they argued that the states were independent and that each state had the power to tax businesses and companies within their borders. On the other hand, McCulloch claimed that the Constitution allowed loose construction, where the federal government could do whatever it took to make the country a more perfect union. On March 6, 1819, the unanimous votes were in, and McCulloch won 7-0. The verdict stated that the National Bank was indeed constitutional because it helped them carry out their duties towards the nation. With this decision, the National Bank was kept alive, which was supported by the Federalists, as Maryland's taxes on it were banned. The ruling of this case enforced the idea of federalism, along with the practice of loose construction by Congress at needed times. Even today, we put federalism to the test, because there are lots of things that only the national government has the power to do, and the same goes for the state governments. The McCulloch versus Maryland case's verdict left an imprint in America's history and is the basic foundation of this country. Overall, this ruling has a positive effect on the nation. It indeed made the country a more perfect union. We would rate it as an A because of its significant impact on America's methods and laws. First of all, because this decision reinforced federalism, the national and state governments shared powers, but any federal laws overpowered those of the states. Also, the idea of loose construction is still practiced today, so the government can do tasks that aren't written in the Constitution. The ruling of the McCulloch versus Maryland case improved the nation more than it harmed it, and has left a long-lasting impact that will go down in history. I won't say that America is perfect, because there are tons of things that still need to be amended, but it has certainly become better than it was before. Now, what do you think? Hasn't this ruling changed America's course forever?